Hello, my name is Blair and welcome to another OS. Today we're gonna teach you on how to use Linux OS or the GNU Linux OS. Actually, it is very easy, and if someone is saying that it is hard because they think about this old computers like Windows, like Apple, like Linux, like Unix. It's all in terminal based, but because we are now in the modern age, we don't need a terminal, but in case of using it, it is very seldom. And of course, we have the graphic user interface already, so we don't need a terminal to use the computer. It's just basically like your Android Linux. Yes, you heard me right. You are using Linux, especially with the mobile phone. It is using an Android OS, but it is using a Linux kernel. But wait, is that phone for just calling? Yes, phone is for calling, but actually the right term for this mobile device is actually a mini computer in your hands. So we're gonna teach you on how to use your Linux OS. So let's start our Science is Cool OS, how to use Big Linux.
So let's start our Linux right here with our Big Linux and our main desktop, and as you can see it is just plain desktop. Of course, if you're referring to your old Windows, well, I say it old because it is just, it's just the same. So anyway, let me change this one first. Okay. So let's try to change our desktop to just look like your Windows. So let's drag this one. Edit mode, drag me down here. Alright. So I make this as 125 scale, so that you can see everything. And of course I'm recording it right now, but of course I could always hide that one. So yeah, so just like your Windows, right? Or maybe should I use the floating so that you could see like in the center, floating, max floating. Okay, let's float this one. Alright, there you have it. It's looked like a Windows already. So anyway, this is the Big Linux. As you can see, it is right here in my logo. So this is the Big Linux. As you can see, when you are opening the Big Linux, just like your start menu button right here, start menu button and your quick launch application and your notification area right here, plus your time and date. And of course I have some widgets right here so that you could see my time and date and my total CPU usage. I have actually 16. Yes, this is 16, but I am just using one CPU right now with 16 cores at the same time. So let's go to our application right here. So because of Linux is also in mobile devices that we call Android, so we have the web apps at the same time. So as you can see, I'm not limited to only for the desktop apps, but also for the for the web apps. So I have this one, I have the Photo P, I have the OpenStreetMaps, we also have the Spotify, the Twitter, what called right now the X, or the exploration social media. So I have this one, the Alexa, but I turn it off so that you could not hear me, so that she will not reply on my voice commands. But I also have the Prime videos right here and all those stuff. I have the Odyssey, Netflix, I have the Spotify, Snapdrops, even the Microsoft Office 360, but I don't use it. WhatsApp at the same time right here. I have Big Store and the Manjaro Software Manager or Software Center. I have also the software updates right here. So how do you use Linux? Simple. I just use it like your ordinary desktop. But of course, your applications is different compared to your Windows. Of course, just like your Mac, it has different application. They're always like has its difference. But in Linux, we use it as it is open. So it is not owned by Linux. It is not owned by GNU. It is not opened by the operating system. It is owned by different companies and all based in open source, so you don't have to mindful of your security privacy thing. If you want to install an application, just go to the official repository or the Big Store or the software center or the software application store. Just write it right here. So it's right here on the top center. It depends on what kind of OS that you're using, but I'm using this big Linux OS, so I have the Big Store. This is the home as I click. So when I search for something like Chrome, if I'm looking for Chrome, I just Google Chrome, and then there you have it. Either it is based on the native or on Flatpaks on the Flat Hub. So as I wait for the refresh, and as you can see, I have all this queries on the Google Chrome. But of course, I use this as a dev channel because of course I'm always checking the so-called source code. For example, if I open this one in my channel like that, I will open at the same time my dev tools. As you can see, all the source codes are here, so that's why the source blah 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 blah. Yes, so let's close that one. So just open it, and of course you don't need to go to a terminal. So let's try to look for another application. For example, I'm looking for a printer like the Brother printer. You don't need to go to a shitty website. So as you can see, all the Brother printer drivers are here. So you just scroll for your Brother printer. What kind of model are you using? So that's easy, right? Brother printer drivers. So just click for your printer. For example, this is the Brother laser, so I just click install, and then it will perform everything. Just click apply. If there's something coming up like asking for your password, of course, let me cover my super secret password. So it is now trying to install all the details. Let's just click the details so that you could see. Transaction successful. So just close. You don't need to go to a shady website. Just go to the official store. It is not like Microsoft or Apple that you are being like preventing from installing, like because they insist for their brand. So big Linux don't push some of this advertising for their brands. It's just open for all. So for example, I'm also looking for a office suite. So as you can see, it's still populating. It's still looking for some application. Let's wait for that one. But of course, in native, I already installed this one. Only Office, LibreOffice, I haven't installed it. This is the latest actually. LibreOffice Fresh version 7.5.5-1. We have also the stable version. We have the LibreSteel. LibreOffice Steel is the LibreOffice Stable version 7.4.7-5. Just install, just click install, and then you all have it. Okay, no need to panic, no need to go to a shady website. For example, if you're looking for a screenshot, all of our Linux OS has a screenshot. Okay, I'll just print screen right now. Alright, so the screenshot was copied and saved. So as you can see, that is the screenshot right now. So it is very easy, right? It is very easy. No need to tweak your operating system just to look for some application. But of course, if you want to look for your application, if you're still looking for what you need, you can download this different type of screenshot and screen recording. For me, I use the OBS, or the Open Broadcast Software. So OBS, let's just type OBS. As you can see, I download it via Flatpak. But of course, there is also an OBS Studio in the native repository programs. But I think I've used this one, the Flatpak. Of course, I also have this cam droid that I could like attach it. Let's click this one so that I could show. As you can see, it is screen copying or screen recording right now. So I'm just gonna close this one. Nope. Don't exit, I'm still recording. I just gonna hide that one. Let me see. Another. So if you are going to transfer files, okay, let's open the files. This is my Dolphin. So for example, if you want to change your document, or you need to copy this one. So let's try to create a new folder or new text tests, and then create testing, and then save it. You wanted to move this file, so you just right click. So you just right click that one, and then either you can cut it, copy it, or move it to trash. So or just hold the left click and then move it here. Then you have that on your desktop already. So how about if you want to cut it and then place it inside right here, so it moves, right? So if you're wondering why is it Linux has no drive A, drive B, drive C, drive D, and so on, we only have one drive actually, and we partition it. So if you have another drive, which means you have another drive, but there is no A, B, or C. Okay, let's pull out my USB. So I have this USB. Okay, let's mount it, which means we access it, we allow it, and then it's open right here, right? So how do you move your documents right here from another drive? So it is not said like drive A, drive C, drive D or something, right? is just saying that there is a drive. So we'll try to cut it, or just copy it, or just drag it by, of course, holding the left and to drag it into the USB drive that I have, and then it will ask me move it here, copy here, so I'll just move it here. You can also copy it, but I just refer to moving it. So now the file is not here, it's gone. It is now in our drive right now, which is our USB drive. So how about if you want to just move? Okay, let's create another file. Number 2. So we have this too, right? How about how to copy everything? So you just, like everyone, like press Control and then left click and then release, and then hold your left mouse and then drag it right here and then move it here. So it's easy.
So that's about it for now. Catch another episode of OS next time. I'm Blair, your science teacher. If you have some question, feel free to ask me. Write it in the comments down below. Bye for now, and see you in the next episode. And remember that science means knowing. That's why science is cool. Ciao.